Okay then, I've managed to set the MARS MT1000 scope up using an apexel camera attachment. So I'm going to go into the menu now, and that's a long press of the top button, and there's the first part of the menu. So we've got a reticle type, so if you give the top button a press again, you can then go down to the different reticles, and when you're happy with one, just press it again, come out of it, press it again for a long time. I don't know if you can see that reticle or not. Probably needs oh, it's a small one, I think. Yeah, small one and a cross. If you look up at the picture in picture, you'll see a little cross. So that's if you really want to go in minutely. Just go long press again, takes you back into the menu. Reticle type. Try that one. Long press again, that's reticle 7. You see that a bit better, look. Any trouble I might have with this is just focusing the actual camera itself, so you'll have to bear with me on that. So we'll just go back to the full menu again, press on the top again, long press. So the next one, you'll want to zero the rifle in, so you go to shot 0, press that, and what you'll come across at the bottom, it basically explains it there. So we'll take a shot at the target, wherever the actual bullet strikes, you then line up your windage and elevation using the buttons on the scope to move across. When you're happy with that, you press the top turret again, and that will take you to the elevation. The first one is windage, the X. Elevation is the Y. Do the same again, and when you're happy with where it is, you give the top button a press, which is the 2 cameras, and that will save those settings. When you're happy with that, you come out of it. So I've already zeroed this in, so I won't be doing that. So what I'm going to do, give it a long press again. So that's a shot 0, reticle colour. You got the option white, red, green, blue. Now for some reason they got rid of the black and they chose a dark green, so we'll stick with the red. So short press of the top button, which is you can rotate. Coming down again, you'll see your position. Well, rotate it to the right and you'll come down. Press on that, and that shows you your different positions for your settings. So A setting, it's already set up for the regime with the Barracuda 8s, and you can see what reticle is and what colour it is on top as well. So another short press from that gets you out of that. Coming down, ballistic parameters. This is probably one of the most important things when you set the rifle up. So press on that, and you'll see all the different headings there. So you make sure the ballistic switch is set to 1. Your ballistic grouping is what rifle and pellet or slug combination you've got. So this is the first time I set it up, so it'll be A. Down from that, it's your coefficient of your bullet or pellet that you're firing. Then your ballistic model. For the pellets it's G1. For your bullets, just check your box and it should tell you. Below that you've got bullet weight. It says 15.56 on this, but it's not. This must be set differently, because on mine it's 700 and something feet per second, where it says 900 on here. Then you've got your 0 on here, which is set to 20 yards. sight height, so that's from the centre of the scope to the centre of the barrel. Shooting angle, wind velocity, wind angle again in degrees, altitude. It's important you do this because I think the original settings are something like 1,900 feet. Well, if you're in England, there's not many places much above 200 or 300 feet, even in the Midlands. I live in Nottingham, which is probably about 12 miles from the centre of the country, and I'm only 153 feet above sea level here. Put your temperature in, your barometric pressure, and humidity. That's it, humidity. So once that's all done, do a long press to come out of that. Go down to your next one. You can choose whether it's set to first focal plane or second focal plane. Mine's set to second. Then it's unit of distance. I've got mine set to yards, but you can set it to meters. False colour, so that's on your palette settings, because obviously this is a thermal scope, so I've got it set to glory hot, but there are 11 different palettes to choose from. Now you've got scene mode. Now I've not used this yet. I think it's set to city as standard. So at the moment it has been drizzling. It's more or less low cloud, but if you've got snow on the ground, haze, fog, city environment, forest or rain, you can set it to one. I'll just set it to rain, see if it makes any difference. Press that, and then that will adapt to the rain. Look, it's already gone darker now. You can tell just by pulling it on. It looks like the city was best for this. Let's go to haze, see if that's any different. Yeah, a bit different. In fact, the actual metal there stands out well. So, because it's a bit drizzly. And then again, you've also got your palettes. So, I'll bring it back to city, I think. You got fog as well. Look, let's see what fog's like. Yeah. Back to city. From there, magnification adjustment. So press on that. So this is one click is basically like the first one is 2 times, the second will be 4, I think, but then you can have it in increments. If you choose a 0.2, you can have it in increments of between the actual times. So this I've got a 50mm lens on that, so that is set to 2.8 times to 22.4. so you'd be going to each adjustment by 1, but if you go to the 0.2 you'll get more. It will zoom out slower, if you know what I mean. That's why I keep it on that. It can take you ages to go through it otherwise. So we're on the next page now. You've got movie mode. Press on that. So you've got 60 Hz, 30 Hz and 50 Hz. So let's set it 60 on this, and I have had refresh rates using this apexel camera before, so they must be in tandem, so the refresh rate on the apexel must be the same as on the scope, because there's no interference, which you sometimes get. So I'll keep it on that. In fact, I'll change it to 30 if it makes a difference. Not really. That's 50 Hz. That seems okay. Go back to 60. Yeah, don't seem to have a problem with this. Yeah. Movie clip time, I've got it set to 10 minutes. if you keep it at 2, it will basically stop at 2 minutes and restart again. So I just keep it at 10. You can switch it off yourself. You don't need to let it run the full 10 minutes. Then you've got auto record. I'd suggest not using it on air guns because there's no recoil on a PCP. On firearms that recoil, yeah, use the auto record if you like. Sound record on. Backlight button. Now this is for the buttons on your scope, so at night time they'll highlight and you can see what where the buttons are, which is a good idea. It's not, don't really affect the brightness too much that animals can spot it, but it helps you to see what your buttons you're pressing. LCD brightness, so you click on that and you can higher or lower as you wish to adjust the picture that you're looking at. So that's better there, I think. Just adjusting that. It's a bit too bright before. Okay, so click down on that. You can also do that to reduce the glare coming off your eye. Display icon. So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, you can see the one leaf icon. I've kept that on. Display widgets again. That's so you can see parameters that it lets you see. Compass calibration. So I'll just show you this. It just shows you what to do. Look, so basically you keep turning the actual scope around, so don't ever on your rifle be buggering about. Just twist it around, and then eventually when it's located, you'll see a solid circle. You just come out of that, so it's already calibrated. Then you've got your gyro calibration. Same again. You're following instructions on that. You just keep it steady on the worktop, and then when it's happy, you get a solid line again. It's already calibrated for the gyro. So when you're looking up trees and things like that, it will adjust on the shot zero. You've got picture in picture. I've got it on at the moment. I'll switch it off. Shutter connection, I've got it set to auto, but you can set it manually if you like. Auto blind calibration. So I believe this is the one. No, yeah, I'll just press on it. That's off at the moment. Put it on. Take it off. There's a bit too much glare on that. Make sure it's off. Yeah. Prevent burns on. That's so it don't burn the reticle. Don't ever point it at the sun. Now lid calibration. Now every time you change your actual lenses, you need to do this. What you do, you put your scope cap cover on. You press down on it. Please cover the objective lens and then press the camera button. So I'm going to press camera button. Turn to calibration. So that's completed it. Do that every time you change your lens. Take it off, put it back on again. It automatically detects the lens when you put it on, but that's what you need to do. And you've got your time and date stamp. Date time modes. Clock settings. Format SD card. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it. And your version and information. So it says 58.2 gigabytes. Available size, same. Use size, none, because it's been formatted anyway. Software version 001, and if you look at the bottom, it shows you the version there, information. So I think it was the 26th of November 2024 was when the original software went on. So you can see it's not a month old yet since this has come out. So keep and check on it, because they will change. So press that again, and then reset setup, press again, and we're back to where we started from. So that is a look into the menu, and obviously I do the one shot zero. It talks you through it and everything else on the menu. So what you'll see now is a clip where I did my one shot 0 to 010. So that is it for now, and I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, I'm going to zero the scope into the RexMX regime. I've got a gingerbread man target down the garden. Put a silver foil strip on him. Because it's hardwood, it should show back some heat when I hit it. But we'll see what works best through the different pallets. Okay then, so you can see where the square tinfoil thing is I put on it. So I'm just going to go through the different pallets, see what difference it makes. It's white hot now. You can see the actual bear is quite warm, but the dot shows up black. That's sepia, iron bow, rainbow, night, aurora, red hot, jungle, medical, black hot, glory hot. Quite like the glory hot, to be honest. And back to white hot. I'm going to go back to glory hot. Okay, so that's one I'll be using. I'm going to change the colour of the reticle, so I've got a different colour on the dot. So if I go for green, it might show up red on the dot. I mean, if I go for red, it might show up green on the dot. That's what I meant to say. Okay, I've gone with a white reticle, but the green outer and the red dot remain the same for all the colours. So I'm going to fire the first shot. Oh, you can see that on his leg, look, lower right. So okay, so I've done the one shot zero. I've not fired a shot yet, but as you can see, down there you can still see where the heat source is from the first shot, and we're a good 2 minutes later. Okay then, let's see if it's on. could be actually. Yeah, we're on in one shot. Yeah. So silver tinfoil really does make a difference. So I'm going to fire there, and I'm going to fire at the point of impact. It's definitely on. So we zeroed.